No.
What in the shitting hell have I found here?
Did you force me here against your will? Or against my will, sorry.
You joined me and I just dragged you here.
Again, you brought me here against my will.
I do not care. Hello? Oh, I thought someone else joined.
No, that's probably my notification.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So yes, hello and welcome.
What is this shit?
Hello, welcome to Purrfect Date. Let's play this, shall we?
I have so many questions.
Good, because I do too.
There's 6 chapters.
Yeah, I'm just sending a quick message real quick.
6 chapters.
Yeah, I'm just sending a quick message. What's my login? What's my username on Twitch? Oh yeah.
You should know this.
You think, but off the top of my head, I'm stupid.
It's literally your name and your birth year.
That's true. Right, let's do this. Just sends it to work colleagues going, anyway, my god, when did Gavin Free become in this game? My god, what is this?
Which one looks more like? Oh god, the faces. The faces.
Which one should we go?
Fucking demon eyes.
Which one's Demon Eyes?
All of them.
I mean, if this one left clicked on now grew a beard, that would be me right now.
Sure.
He needs a name. Let's give him a random one. Chloe.
Chloe.
Fuck it. This game supports an autosave feature. Please don't turn off your game while saving. I'm an angel and I'll accept, or I'm the devil and I reject.
I mean, you are the devil.
No, I'm not. So, how many cat-related puns before this goes down the shit pan?
God, how many cat puns are gonna be in this?
I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so there's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout. Island approach, make yourself ready. I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans and didn't really think I'd have a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island research team.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the student part, right?
Yeah, here it is. The little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months.
So why are you here?
My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they've accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent me the offer to me? I rummage around about my bag until I find the papers. Dear Chloe.
Dear Chloe White. Oh, I'm so calling you Chloe now.
That's fine, I keep getting called Tony by someone called Emily, so...
I swear it's not.
I mean, called Tony. I'm apparently nicknamed the Bearded Princess now at work.
The Bearded Princess. Go on, why?
Because apparently I'm Snow White and I work with dwarves. No mistake. That's my name. Really, it's called Chloe. Right there in the top left-hand corner. Where it says stats.
There's a stats man.
Skibidi-bidi-bidi-dab oh no, try it again.
He's a stats man.
Stats.
That is your job.
His name is at the bottom, the genius behind the whole operation. Professor Pauper, science genius, and my new boss.
There's number 1.
I look I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approach before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks.
It's Skull Island.
As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. Then at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly, we're sailing smoothly towards a Yeti through an opening in the rocks.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I blow out a breath that I've been holding and break into a smile. Good thing webcam's not on because my face would break it right now. Nicely done, Skipper! My god, what? Actually, if I'm Chloe, but I'm actually a dude, do I need to do the female not being trying to possessed by Reinhardt from Use Your Words?
Are you warm, girlie?
Nicely done, Skipper! The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at whatever that says, and shouts rather that word.
Camaraderie.
Take all your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you need. Thank you! I smile, winking at my ferryman and his son, and pick up my bags, ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly up the wooden Yeti, and the son leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in a uniform, who I take to be a security officer of some kind.
Oh, I see this guy.
Joe? Sir, caught you a mouse. And then he laughed loudly.
What is this guy? What? His picture does not match the one above.
As though he said the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. The security guard remains surly, and turns his attention to me. Let's be having you then. He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat. But as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I almost fall off the side. What a great start.
What a dick.
ID card. Oh, I see. Of course. That's not going to get annoying, is it? I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. It would be great if I didn't have a mouthful of snot as I did that. Oh, there's my card.
I see it. Oh god. Oh no. No. Oh god.
This is where we need people to just react.
That picture. That name.
Just post it in shit posting.
Oh, I'm so posting that. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
You know what? I'm half tempted to change my name on this Discord to Chloe the Bearded Princess.
Yes. You do that right now. You do that right now.
Done. Fuck it.
And then you have everyone going, what?
Have you just put that cute animals? Oh no, that's Tim.
That's Tim.
Right, let's do this.
That's what your character looks like. There's a massive grin on his face. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. This way. I follow him down a dirt track path and get at my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush, and green. Avery, I don't care that you're playing Uno right now, piss off. That's not a line. That's actually a line. No, it's not. I'm already under its spell.
What are you talking about? He's not even added it for anything.
After no more than a couple of minutes trekking, we're at base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one large, one small. I presume these are the labs.
Are they experimenting on the cats?
The whole camp is moderate, but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. We're about to raise a cat army, confirmed. I'm struck by the lack of people.
Oh, so this is Trump's plan.
Meow, 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 meow.
Invade the world with an army of cats.
In fact, there is no one around apart from an older woman sitting outside, peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me.
Do you have that effect on women?
Oh shit, I need a voice for her now. That's it. Can you just open a can every time she pops up on screen? I try not to get paranoid.
How many cans do you think I have?
You're an alky, right?
No?
Oh shit.
No, not on stream anyway.
Here. He stops at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Ahem. Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out. Fuck. Come! I walk in, and there he is, hunched over some documents. The great Professor Purrfect. Sir, it is an honor, fucking hell! It is an honor to meet you! Yes. You must be Chloe. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you aboard. Good journey. Well... Long? Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshments. Water, coffee, something stronger. Perhaps whiskey? Ooh, multiple choice.
Whiskey. If you're on this island, you need to be drunk as hell.
If you're watching this stream, you need to be drunk as hell.
Actually, where's the alcohol?
It's a tempting offer, isn't it?
It'd be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own.
I'm just gonna go for
depends how you want to play this. Do you want to be smart or do you want to literally fuck around?
I'm just gonna have some water. Just some water would be great if you have some. Now that's something we have an abundance of. There are plenty of safe natural springs on the island, but we have the bottled kind too. It's called Evian. Fucking up, normal voice. I'm relieved as he passes me the bottle. I'm not too keen to start drinking from natural water sources until I have personally checked that they are not used as cat urinals.
Plot twist.
Hey yo, what up?
Hey, Saib.
Saib, I'm laughing my ass off. Join us.
It will take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works. So for today, I thought I would just get you knitted out. Kitted out. Fucking hell, I cannot read.
Knitted out.
And maybe introduce you to some kind of locals. The cats, that is. I believe you already met most of the human locals.
Being the security guard and
I've
the
already
one
met the ferryman and the security guard you brought me here. Yes! About that! Ugh. I'm losing my voice already. And the lady outside? Ah, Miss Marigold. Her and her husband are caretakers. Wonderful people, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before they're too long. We're a tiny little family here. Chloe, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, so first things first. This is your basic kit. He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn. This is your backpack. You can put everything in it. No shit, Sherlock. We will be going on plenty of field trips, so it'll be very useful. As will your own water bottle. Some disinfectant hand spray. Ah, these are the heavy-duty reinforced gloves, which are essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from felines we don't know now, do we? I suppose not.
I'm getting some bad vibes of this guy.
I shove each of them in my new backpack as he gives them to me. It's Hello Kitty themed. Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on all field trips. This lot here, he indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry, is basic uniform, lab coat, mask, stethoscope, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all the tool attachments. Finally, without doubt, and most importantly, this!
The rape whistle?
He holds up something that looks like a mobile phone, but it clearly isn't.
It's literally a Pokedex.
This is your catalog.
Oh god. That's number 2. Catalog.
Catalog? Yes, the name comes from the earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them, and then log their detail. It is a Pokédex.
It is.
But as you see, we've come a long way since then. Before I do anything, I need to turn you up slightly.
Once I'm just sending an email to Nintendo, they might want to cease and desist this.
Now everybody can hear the third person. Now, as you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team, I've added everyone's contact details for you. You just listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of cats' necks, so that we can keep track of them.
What? I don't think that's how it works.
It's a very valuable piece of equipment, Chloe, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? He looks at me directly in the eye and clearly expects a response. Yes, sir, of course, I will look after it. Good. Good. Ah, what's my voice? Good.
You think you'll need a drink after this?
Oh, I need one now. You will know all the functions as you go along, but for now, I suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you to so that you can try it out. He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. At this dick. No, wait, what?
Sorry.
Drinks break. Oh. Thank you, Pepsi.
Pepsi plug.
He takes you into the corner and goes, "Are you warm, girlie?"
No, right now, I'm freezing, you dirty bastard. We head down to the beach, the professor explaining things as we go. The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungles, beaches, bitches, and woodland. All of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife is, in itself, quite remarkable. What do you mean, Professor? Well, put simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island. This allows...
Bullshit!
Battle Royale.
It's literally it's PUBG.
Just allowing anything to enter.
KG.
You mean literally anything? Well, apart from that bus full of people that are gonna kill each other in about 10 minutes. Got a copyright strike, you bastard. Absolutely, no birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate my island.
Giggity.
Forgive the lack of intelligence on the subject, but, we're here. The professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh. Waits for someone to do the laugh for me. That'll do. Ah! I see what you mean. Well, there is, of course, one small break in the invisible wall that is where we built the Yeti. But let's not get bogged in with all that right now. What you need,
the small break in the invisible.
what you need to do is to know that basically the island is shaped like a peanut.
Wow.
Voices.
Dad, what have you forced us to watch?
Why a peanut?
I don't know. Fuck's sake, Sam, I've just seen you pun in chat. Fuck's sake. He has
Fuck off.
He has picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map in the sand. This, our end of the island, is very well known to us. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. Consider it the south of England. We're the north of England. We have encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. Oh. That was weird.
Uh-oh.
What kind of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not...
Oh.
Oh.
What was that?
That's part of the game, that wasn't me.
Oh.
Well, we're not as sure.
Oh, it's
as
one
we'd
of
like
those
to be.
games.
But what I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, inducting nausea at the very least. At the worst,
Safe island.
fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Gosh, that is serious. As I say, it's best to keep away. But let's not go into all that now, my dear. I'm a bloke. You've had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone, with good reason.
Would you like another copyright strike?
Depends.
Highway to
Copyright.
Danger zone.
I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here. He refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the centre with an X through the end section. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I would not want you getting too close to them. Oh my god, lovely fellows, closer to home. He's led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging around. What do you say we try out your catalogue now, Chloe?
I will never get over that.
Oh.
He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled looking cat, who was sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. What a prick!
It's Megan.
Megan.
I guess you can tell her that because she doesn't watch this. We've got a cat!
Woo.
This cat lets out a displeased mew, but doesn't struggle. It's large body,
What is those eyes?
billowing with large orange fur, just the sort that hangs out within the professor's arms in lazy resignation. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap?
No.
No.
I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activate it.
He's gonna steal your soul.
The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boop 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 sound with red, pulsating light.
Maybe
I
it's
select the
just
app labelled CAT SCAN, and it loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. If only O2 knew something similar. The professor holds the cat towards me with arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip was implanted in the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck. Admit he's a bit of a fat fuck.
True.
How would you?
Go on.
Where is the neck on every creature ever discovered by man?
I blow to make a parting and press the catalogue to the skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries in the supermarket where I used to work.
Does he have a barcode on the back of his neck? Kind of like Hitman.
Oh.
This guy is a hitman. I'd be careful.
That should do it. And he plops the Marmite Tom back into the shade. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has been successfully scanned.
It's Cat 47.
No, it's actually called Fluffy Butt.
Oh, what?
I'm not joking, look at the bottom right.
Oh. Floofy. Oh. Alright, who are the writers? I want to know who the writers of this thing are.
Oliver, age 24.
24.
He's a year younger than me.
That is depressing.
Floofy
That
Butt. Name, Floofy Butt. Male. He's 10 years and 4 months. He's a red tabby Persian with red eyes.
Yeah.
Demon eyes, more like.
It's infested.
Amazing! Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. But it looks like you'll have no problem at all in this area. Excellent work, Chloe. Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started.
What's the
Yay!
purpose of scanning the cats if they're already been scanned?
Well, why don't you get a bit more practice with the catalogue and scan the rest of them while we're here? These 5 spread a lot of time together. They're like a little family, aren't they? Oh, yes you are, you fat fucks. The Professor seems to be a genuine cat lover to me. I think we're going to get on great. No one else says that. Okay, here goes, no help this time, yay!
Wait, he's 24? Oh.
The Professor steps back. The first cat I approach is very friendly. Very friendly. Why am I doing his voice when should be doing a normal one? With beautiful calico markings. It looks towards me, already purring.
Oh.
Meet Trixie.
Okay, that's a more acceptable name.
Trixie is a female who's 3 years and 8 months old. A calico American short hair with green eyes.
Look, it's Wink.
It's missing an eye.
Next is an intelligent, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay much attention and allows me to scan her with minimal fuss.
That's me.
Your name is Snooty Booty. Mine.
Oh, I'm so changing my Discord name. Oh God, no.
You were saying?
I changed my mind.
Snooty Booty is a female who's 11 years 1 month. Is a sphinx.
Look at the pictures. They're completely different.
The 4th
Snooty.
cat I approach is a noisy one.
Snooty Booty is Biggie's new name.
Meow 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 meow. Meet McMurphy. A 6-year male brown crossbreed with green eyes. I will catch 151 catamons.
Gotta catch 'em all.
And finally, the one I've deliberately put off until last. He's been stalking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously, as though he could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto these animals.
Is he gonna date the cat? Is this a cat?
This is a. What the fuck is that smile?
That's smart.
Oh no!
You know what? That's the evil villain from Cats and Dogs.
It is. It literally is.
Meet Kibbles, a 3-year white British long hair.
Of course, he's British.
Oh, Dad, I hope you've enjoyed meeting some of the locals. I'm a lonely bastard.
This one looks alright.
The Professor lets out a little laugh. I have a feeling you'll get to know them all quite well in time. That's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? That's quite a lot to take in. 6 pussies.
Oh no.
The cats! I am suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp.
I'm pretty sure you're exhausted as just doing all these voices.
This is still the first chapter. It's quite late.
Oh, what is that saving screen? Oh no.
It's
This
quite late
game.
by the time I've unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. Dear diary, some creepy fucker stared at me and held up a cat to my face.
Are you warm, girly?
No, but I'm covered in pus. I am surprised at how chilly it is.
Dan.
I have pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples bloom over my arms. Shivering, I rub them to warm myself up. It makes me smile to think that this inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feline friends warm tonight. My eyelids close, thinking of cats and the island and the Professor.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
The world around me drifts away as I float into a dream.
Oh, is this game gonna be a dream?
It's done that again.
I told you it was a fairy game.
I'm not sure how long I've been asleep, but I wake with a violent jolt that leaves me sitting bolt right up. It's too dark to see anything, but I hear a rustling, then a strange electric noise. One that in my sleepy confusion, I can't place right away.
Aliens.
The catalogue! At in an instant, I scramble to my feet and follow the noise out of the tent. I look around me, and my fears are confirmed when I caught sight of a pulsing red light getting fainter in the distance of the forest. I snap into action, running as fast as I can in my Hello Kitty underwear. Barefoot, dressed in my pyjamas with Hello Kitty on them because I'm a cat lover, remember, running at full speed into the forest in the dark of night.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
I must be crazy.
Yes.
Especially
The word of Professor Pawpaw are ringing in my ears. I need to protect it all. Above all, I need you to... fuck off. My legs are trembling beneath me. I stop, feeling my heartbeat heavy throughout my body. I wheeze in and out. My breath billowing in front of me with white puffs. I just vaped. I shouldn't feel like this. Why am I so dizzy? I try to get my bearings and realise I've blundered perilously close to the danger zone. You know what I'm you know what needs to be played right now, don't you?
Oh no.
Unfortunately, I can't mute the audio. So fuck it.
I can play
Yeah, probably because I'm getting a Listerine advert.
it. You're getting a Listerine.
I can just make out the shapes of some of the large animals in front of me before my eyes close and I drop to my knees.
God, it left me. Jesus.
The catalogue has glitched out once again.
Oh.
He's a cat man.
I open my eyes. The calico cat I scanned yesterday is sitting in front of me. She drops the catalogue at my feet. I pass out.
You're dead, Brian.
The cat's killed you.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed this game. I'm dead.
Even you're alive now. Oh.
It's a disco cat.
Hello, can you hear me? I'm Fluffy Butt. No, really, the cat is talking to me.
The cat is talking. Fluffy Butt is talking to you.
Oh, fucking hell.
Am I taking drugs?
Am I taking drugs? Are you okay? What on earth was that? Don't be ridiculous, Kibbles. It's a human. Oh yeah, you look like I'm smelling you out. Fucking hell, you stink like a bastard human. You're a smelly old prick, aren't you? Oh, don't be shocked. Oh, do be quiet, you bastard. Are they alive? Of course they're alive. He's breathing, you imbecile. This picture is going to haunt my nightmares.
That's why I'm taking a screenshot of it.
So have you decided yet?
So which cat are you going to bang?
Yeah.
Right now I'm going to promote this on Twitter.
Nice.
So, have a poll. Which cat am I going to bang tonight?
Maybe the one.
There we go. If anyone wants to just share that. Why isn't he moving? Would you come on and give him some space? Move back a bit. Yeah, stand back. I've forgotten what cat's voice is what now. Move out of the way. Let me have a proper look. I begin to come to. That scary cat, second from the left, is standing over me as I open my eyes. We stare at each other for a moment while I try to take in what's happening. I am literally surrounded by puss.
More puss than in the entire
Is this one defective? Oh, I feel sick. I'm gonna puke. The cats watch me intensely. Am I going insane? Oh, my head. What is it chattering about? They're scared and confused. Let me try talking to them. Human, are you alright? I remember. You stole my bastard catalogue. There's some good stuff in there from Argos. Oh, but I have it back. I give it back to you. It's in your back pocket now. You see, I am Trixie, a real trickster. I tried to reach in my pocket and realised my hands are scratched to shreds. What's wrong with my hands? I try to stand. Ow, my feet, what's happened to me? Yeah, I guess that's from the climbing. I told you we wasn't ready for that yet. Thank you, Sydney B, for retweeting me on Twitter. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. I don't know who you are, but I really appreciate it. What's that? Ready for what? It's fucking hell. It's anatomical structure is far too delicate. You see, I am awesome, aren't I? Wait for the notification that Benny's just retweeted everything.
Wow.
I tried to slow it down. Yeah, fluff. Yeah, sorry, floof. You tried restraining a human who's that determined. It was like that. It was like a Margie. Its anatomical structure didn't seem that delicate to me. I was like, a what? I did what? You made your own way back to the beach. Okay, but that doesn't explain... I show my bleeding hands. Ah, you crawled, Kara. What the
We're hungry.
Kara? Who's Kara? That's not my name. It's a term of endearment. It's an Irish thing. It's inappropriate. Wait, I crawled? You sure did. Like a car? Yep. All the way from the mountains.
Crazy cat person.
Like a bleeding mountain lion. It was impressive. But,
Is he fucking Irish?
but
I think
why?
he's-
Because you got sickness. Shush. Maybe you should sit down, human. We need to have a talk, possibly a long one. Talk? Yes, that's bloody right, you bastards. Please help. Please help me. Sure, since when can cats talk? Oh, for goodness sake, since the dawn of time. Have you never seen that Garfield movie? How else do you think we communicate? Do you think we just sit around going meow 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 to everything? No. Stop splitting whiskers, you prick. Major, you know full well that the humans are saying, I think the revolution's here, Kara. Is that you can understand us? What in the fuck is going on with me?
That's a question we've been asking for a while.
Thank you. Yes, that too. Will someone please explain to me what the hell is going on? I think that line sums up the stream.
That really does.
I'm 100% sure that.
You better change the title to just that.
Isn't it that already?
More or less.
Well, we do fully understand everything ourselves, at least. Not all the details of how it works. Well, I think I've been stood in a forest surrounded by a bunch of talking cats is about as much detail as anybody would get. I agree. And more to the point, we're rather hoping you'd be able to help us. You're the scientist, after all. No, Benny is. Benny's a scientist, I'm a shiphead. Shiphead? Yeah, I'm a shiphead now.
I'm not a scientist.
What do we know about the clock that started ticking for you off? Ticking for you? What do you mean? Well, there's no easy way to say this to you, Carla. You've been catified. I've been what? Whether you help or not, you don't have a lot of time before... If I may. It would seem we are basing this on our experiments to date, and that a human manages to find themselves in what I believe you call the danger zone. They are vulnerable in ways that were previously were not. That is to say, you're fucked. You're not helping! Don't make me! Whoa, fucking hell. Whoa, Mountain Lion, there's no violence of any kind. Forgive me for being a bit panicked there. The vulnerability which Snooty Beauty was referring is, simply put, if you are bitten or scratched by an elder cat within the danger zone, you will begin a process to change that will ultimately result in a full feline transition.
It is a furry game.
It is a furry game. So you are gonna bang one of these cats.
So basically, you're telling me that I'm a werecat? I look down, and in the amongst the scratches on my right hand are 2 distant puncture marks. The reality of my situation descends on me like a cold mist. Basically, yes.
Basically, you need to lay off those drugs for a bit.
Look, I don't know where you got that LSD from, love, but I would love some. My head is
Calvin likes some LSD.
My head is spinning. There's too much for me to take in. Take a breath now. You're good and not looking so good. What? Have I started to change? I feel my head for ears, fur. Everything seems to be normal. No, I just mean you're looking a bit shaky, understandably so. I take a few deep, steady breaths and calm myself enough to say,
Fuck.
Okay, so, why, how, what? Give me some data. What have you got so far? Look, we'll answer everything that we can, but the truth is, we have more questions than answers ourselves. So, you said you need my help. What exactly does that entail? Fuck, what's Kibble's voice? Well, finding our friends would be a start. The cats on the island, they've gone missing. We don't know what's happened to them, but the body count is rising and we've hit a wall. A wall.
Wait, what? There's murder on this island as well?
A wall of ignorance, maybe. Really, how many times do I have to tell you? The Muellers are to blame. Muellers?
What? The Great Moolah.
Now, Floofy Boots, there's no need for name calling.
The fabulous Moolahs.
Speaking of name calling, I'll remind you to call me Major, madam. Oh shit, she's meant to be a female.
Oh, God.
Yes, the
Fuck.
it was a female. It wasn't Pokedex thing.
Oh, God.
Look, they can't help me, by the way. It's a lack of breeding, you know. Overbreeding, if you ask me. Again, Muellers! They're the elder cats, the island originals. They can't speak the way we can. Hence the derogatory term, Muellers. And how are they to blame exactly? Well, if I knew that, there would be no need for this elaborate kidnapping. It's hardly proving to be roaring success after all.
You missed a perfect opportunity for catnapping.
Look, all I really need to know is that we're no longer safe on the island. The elders who live within the danger zone are hostile towards us. No sure why, it's just always been that way. And now, because cats have been taken, nowhere else is safe either. You expect the occasional mishap. We live in an undomesticated world. We live in an undomesticated world here, after all. But lately cats have been disappearing almost every day. Even the last human we catified went missing. I'm sorry, what? Let's not open old wounds here, Kibbles. Yes, onwards and upwards. Well, first things first. This werecat bollocks. Catification. Transition. Whatever. How does it work? Time passes, then you transform into a cat. Yeah.
So it's an animorph.
Am I about to fuck a cat?
Yes, you are. It is called the perfect date.
Can you two spread the word that I'm about to fuck a furry?
You are a furry now.
It's a gradual process. It's different for everything, but you shouldn't but you won't just turn overnight. The clock is ticking, however.
I'm sort of flip with that.
The first side effect of a transition is being able to understand us. Well, some of us. Not the elders, obviously. Not all the domestics either. Then you have the whole heightened sense thing. The increased agility, the crazy body hair stuff. Let's not worry the human up with all the details just yet. I assume there's an antidote. I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed in the assumption. Hang on. You said there was something else you'd put in this position. Well, let's hope you have a better bet than they were. I could hear myself again.
It is called the perfect date.
Can you two spread the word I'm about to fuck a furry?
Upgrade.
That explains everything.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to discover the antidote to get over the flames back.
Am I about to fuck a
There's
cat?
a lot of echoing.
Yes, you are.
Are you clipping me?
It's called the perfect date.
Think
If you two
years.
said the word.
You know there's notes there. Really? Trade. Huh? You help us, and I'll give you their progress reports. So what do you say? Will you help us? Do we help the cats or do we not? I mean,
Always help the kitties. You're gonna get some.
if I don't help them, I bet Cez will just rage and kill me. Not much of a choice, really, is it? Afraid not. Okay, fine. So, where do I start? Is there anything you can tell me that will help me track down the missing friends? Will no one listen to sense? Start with the Muellers, and I'll eat my hat if that doesn't end there too. Don't mind him. He'll set in his ways. We have every reason to believe the abductions take place in your part of the island. Yes, nowhere near the danger zone or the elders. Well, that doesn't make sense. But I suppose nothing does around here. Oh, my catalogue starts beeping. Oh, my alarm! I have to get to work!
Am I about to fuck a cat?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
You run along now. We won't want you arousing suspicion with your people. You can meet us with us later. I'll make sure those reports are in your tent before this evening. Thanks, you're winning a million. I imagine the odds are far greater than that, given your new health status. Go. And thanks, from all of us. Oh my fucking god.
So how's your voice after all that?
Dead. Probably.
Oh, I'll continue reading in a minute. After a rather painful journey, I am very grateful to finally limp into camp. I have just enough time to get myself tidied up for work, and I'm about to peel off my filthy pyjamas when I hear my catalogue beeping. I have a message, but I can't tell who it's from. It's not from any of the contacts that Professor Purrfect programmed into it. In fact, there's no contact information at all.
Uh-oh.
It's your date.
Are you sure it is wise to trust anyone? Everyone or anyone? What on earth does that mean? Think carefully about who you confide in. Oh, for piss sake. Before I can think of a reply, the messages are gone, and my catalogue has no record of them.
Oh.
I'm being hacked. I don't have any time to think about this right now. I need to get ready. And as soon as I am presentable, I'll head over to the lab, and 10 minutes late as it is, it doesn't give a good impression on my first morning. Ah, Chloe! Good to have you. Good to see you, Arthur. I was getting worried. Did you oversleep? I'm terribly sorry, sir. I think the travelling and all the excitement of yesterday. I take punctuality very seriously. He cuts my apology. Not to worry, it's perfectly understandable. You'll be fine. You'll find I'm quite relaxed on most things. The only thing I don't like is that one team. As long as you can get the work done, I don't mind much what your hours to keep. Thank you, sir. So, shall we get started? My goodness, what on earth's happened to you? He looks at the scratches on my hands. Oh, I fell and tried to save myself by grabbing a bush. Not a secret drinker, are you, Chloe? Oh, no, sir. I'm a lightweight. But to tell you the truth... I'm just teasing you. I'm gonna get you pissed later. We ought to get those hands sorted out, though. They look pretty nasty. He goes to the tall metal cabinet in the corner and takes out a bowl and some cotton wool. He begins cleaning and tending to my hands while he talks. For today, I'd like you to help me with a few tasks around the lab to get the hang of things. But from tomorrow, I'll let you make your own choices about how you best to carve up your time. Of course, you are primarily here to carry out your job as my research assistant. However, try to make the most of your time on the island. Once your work is complete, we'll be saying goodbye. Fuck, I didn't read the rest of that, but I've accidentally clicked on. Naturally, I'll need your help around here. But I'd also like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. You know, once your hands are cleaned up. I don't want dirt in your actual guts, you know. That's bad. Make sure you spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place and a lot to see. Just, you know, don't go in that danger zone bit. Take the time to get to know all the cats. A full understanding of their behaviour is crucial to our research. There is plenty to see and do, however. You must be careful not to overwork. Excuse me. Take regular rest and relaxation. We do not want you to burn yourself out now, do we? I tried to get the balance right. That's the spirit. So, there you are. He's done a first-class job at healing my wounds, and they aren't bothering me nearly as much. I spend the rest of the day with the professor getting to know the various pieces of equipment in the lab work, finding out where everything is, and learning some of the basic duties I'll be performing routinely. By the end of the day I am exhausted. I'll make my way to the tent. I'm about to flop in on my bed when I see a package poking out from underneath it. It's the reports that Kibbles promised me. The cats were right. The previous person barely made a start at producing an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do anything better? Will they just turn me into a cat?
Off the bounds.
Okie dokie.
Have fun with your cat.
And then there was 2. I decided that there's no option and resolve to get going on my own research into it tomorrow. My instincts tell me that the cats will be a good starting point. I have the feeling they know a lot more than they're prepared to tell me. I need to gain their trust and see if I can't get them to open up a bit. I'm sure they'll make more progress if I focus one at a time. I'm optimistic that one-to-one sharing will prove fruitful. It's a small glimmer of hope. Tonight I'm not fit for anything. I can barely write my journal before I fall asleep. The first morning of waking up on the island, I'm so excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump straight up into lab research? Or maybe it would be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself. Perhaps a good starting point would be to get to know the cats a little better in a one-to-one basis. Are you still here?
Yes.
Good. You can chime in at any point.
I don't really had much to chime in on.
Okay, so what should I do today? I can rest, romance,
Research, and recon.
I mean, this is where we start wanting to get some people in shit, isn't it?
This is the formula for success.
Right, so recon, romance, or research?
What's recon?
Let's find out.
Because I say romance is flirting with the cats. Research is
Which recon task should I carry out? I can do
research is actually do the thing you're actually on the island to do. Recon is, I assume, go back into the danger zone.
That security tip. Recon is all the stuff I gathered. That security guard I met when I arrived might have a good idea. Time for a bit of investigation work, or a strange message in the middle of the night. Doesn't anyone on this island sleep? So, security guard...
Too busy getting pussy.
Clearly. So, security guard or the message?
Do you want to go flirt with the security guard?
Yeah, go on then.
Get on your knees, Chloe.
I've been staring at the back of my head, of his head for a long time now. Too long. I'm starting to feel creepy. I just don't understand it. All he does is sit in that chair by the dock, eating egg sandwiches and doing crosswords. How does a man like that become a security guard for a place like this? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat to make sure nothing unauthorized gets on or off it, picking up supply deliveries, and occasionally taking a long, lazy nap off the island to make sure everything's secure. I wonder what he knows about the research that goes on here, if anything. He doesn't seem to be interested regardless. I decide it's time to get to know this island's bouncer, and join him at the dock. I sit next to Zane. Me on the sand, him in that chair. He's not wearing his big coat, and the short sleeve shirt allows me to notice for the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. I never truly thought of him as a security in the bodyguard sense, but now, squinting at him sideways,
You are genuinely about to seduce the security guard. Oh my god.
trying not to stare too obviously, I begin to see him in a new light. I pluck up the courage to talk. Hey Zane, how are you? Oh fucking hell, it's been a while since I've done Zane's voice.
Just do a new voice. Doesn't matter.
Are you trying to start a conversation?
Oh yes, do it. Alright, Zane.
He says this without looking up from his crossword. Oh, I suppose I am, yes. I don't get to chat to humans much at my job. Research Assistant 1 through 5. He rolls the words out like he's reading them. Oh yes, I guess that's me. So what does the number stand for anyhow? You don't know? He asks Mum. His eyes are still glued to that crossword. No, actually, to be honest, Zane, I don't know much at all. That's a definite lack of inter-sharing on this project. Which project would that be? This one. The whole research project that's going on. Is there more than one? Depends who you ask.
You're an idiot. Chloe's an idiot.
I was just asking you, really. I don't understand your job. I don't need to. I don't care about things I don't need to. What do you care about? Zane looks at me for the first time. You really want to talk, do you?
I have a question.
Please.
Why does Zane have a massive chin in the one in the picture in the corner and looks sort of normal in the
Look, do I look like I produced this pissing game?
I mean, you're doing the voice acting for it.
Well, there's not much else to do here. Besides, I'm interested in all that, aren't you? My interest consists of what's for the dinner and what's next to puzzle book I'm getting. Have you ever tried getting one of those puzzler books? They're fucking amazing. When's it coming? You get it delivered? Comes in the mail. He's back to not looking at me again. The mail? You mean the parcels? And the letters, yeah. The letters? Who would go to the trouble of sending mail all the way out here when they have email? I laugh, but Zane looks very serious. It's safer sending email the old-fashioned way. With email, there's viruses, hackers, worms, cyber-terrorists. I get the feeling he's not very tech-savvy. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right? But if I'm around, not if I'm around. Besides, who would suspect that someone important would be an infringement pit, would be in a franchise break fucking hell? Who would post shit in a pink envelope that's important? There's an awkward silence, of course. Being my usual socially inept self, I'm desperate to fill it. Need any help with that crossword? I'm really good. I can even do cryptic puzzles in the Daily Express. And now I'm changing stuff. This line usually gains me a little kudos, but Zane is a rude bastard and just ignored me. I decided to just come out and say what's on my mind.
Is your seduction not working, Dan?
It can't make things more awkward than they already are. Zane, have you ever noticed anything strange going on here? Cats behaving weirdly? Zane suddenly looks up, his eyes looking straight on me. Unwerving and hard. No, have you? Well, not exactly, but... He's looking at me properly for the first time since we've met. I have definitely captured his attention, but I'm too nervous to follow through. I'm just being silly. The lack of human company can get to little daft ideas. Such as? He's still staring at me, as though he's trying to read my mind. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel like they're playing games on me. Like children's hide and seek, you know, that type of stuff. No, I don't. Some of those cats may be cleverer than some of us give credit for. Now it's my turn to be intrigued. In what way? They know when to stay out of the sun. You're going pink. The moment, if there was one, is over. I decide maybe Zane isn't the best person to talk about my concerns. Feeling unwanted and slightly dejected, I head back to camp. I stand up and brush the sand off me. What's a 5-letter word for solitude? Alone. Zane silently scribbles into his notebook as I leave. Forever alone.
More copyright strike.
Well, apparently that got me 1.4% of an antidote. Fucking me, seriously.
Worth it.
Fucking worth it. Can you seriously try and get some people here? I need help. I need counselling.
I need counselling after watching this. Jesus Christ.
I need a vocal coach, is what I need.
Also, I just looked at there are 15 people watching. Well, there's 4 streamers, including you, doing this game, and there's 15 people watching it.
Fucking hell.
That's 15 people who should be doing something better with their time.
And us 2 of them.
Yep.
Right, shall I research your romance?
Well, obviously your flirting didn't go very well, so you might have to do some research.
Alright.
Yeah, your flirting technique isn't on point.
Alright, I can do research 5, 12, or 16. I can...
What?
Time to round up some rowdy cats. A slow day today. I'm only got to organise a few samples from previous field trips. Or today I'm off on a field trip of sorts with the professor. I can't wait to see what he's planning to show me.
Do you want to go off on your own with the professor?
Not really, I just... Let's
Use protection.
let's just sort the samples out. Today, I'm in the lab doing flora research. It's not the most exciting job, but if I keep my head down, I can get through it pretty quickly enough. It's really just consists of unwrapping the new samples of plants and flowers that the professor and I have collected on our foraging expeditions and logging them into the database for organic substance on the computer. Most of them were commonplace plants that grow abundantly in the forest, but occasionally we come across more rare, even exotic plants. One of the samples I'm looking at today is that thing. Calendula incarna maritamina.
I want to see this.
Which is very interesting.
Calendula incarna maritima.
Close enough. Which is interesting. I can't help speculating that has been you can read.
Cultivated.
I'm distracted momentarily by the sound of clinking glass, and I turn to see the beautifully manicured paw of a sphinx cat tapping on a beaker, nudging it precariously close to the edge of the counter.
Sounds about right for cats.
Boots, stop that! You're not supposed to be in here! She laughs as though I thought told the joke. That's a frighteningly pretty flower. Calendula incarna maritima, if I'm not mistaken. I'm Snooty Booty now. You never cease to amaze me, Boots. How on earth did you even know that? Why, I can make my business to know not all but about rare and vulnerable works of art. Art? Why not? They've been created like a sculpture or a painting. The marigolds are true artists in the garden. Ah, I wondered if there was something to do with this. It's so unusual, even if it's natural swamping habitat. For toilet growing here in the forest is very out of the ordinary. Yes, its properties are extraordinary too, human. Well, I'm quite new to botanical science, but I probably don't know half of it. Well, why don't you fill me in? Although I'm always happy to facilitate your learning, human, I can't simply stay here a moment longer. The air is still stale, don't you find? I ignore her sideways glance and upturned nose. Let's go to the beach and drink some coconut water, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. Snoots? I'm not going anywhere until I'm finished. Don't be ridiculous. You can tinker about in here anytime, but the sun will be gone in an hour or two. I'm not tinkering, this is my job. If I don't get it done, the professor will know why. Or wants to know why, rather. Then explain to him you have better things to do. Snooty Booty, I would not tell you again. If he catches you in here, Papa will cage you. Be careful with that flower, human. It doesn't do to Be careful with that flower, human. It doesn't do to inhale that fragrance too deeply. What? I turned to ask why, and her Florence see her flaunt out, knocking the beaker with a swish of her tail as she does it. You did that on purpose, you bitch! But she's gone, leaving me to clear up the broken glass. And that's the end of that bit.
Wow, what a fucking waste of time.
Well, there's only one option left.
Jesus Christ. This is awful.
Oh, fuck, I can only talk to McMurphy or Snooty Booty. I'm actually about to date a fucking cat.
It's alright, I've seen us. Oh, shit. Do you want to go to the Irish one or the
post bitch?
The post bitch. Go for the Irish one.
Fucking hell, I've got to do an Irish accent. A shitty Irish accent again.
Exactly. Apparently there's a
Wake up, you stupid bastard! Mummy, is that you? Shh. Quiet. Come with me, I have something to show you, but I have to take you, but you have to be very quiet. McMurphy? Yes, it's me. But it's the middle of the night. Ah, you're not scared, are you? Why would I be scared? Creeping around in the forest in the middle of the night? Don't worry, I'll be there to protect you. McMurphy, you know very well there's a force field around this island stopping anything from outside getting in. It makes this a very pretty safe place. Indeed, so the only things that they'll have to worry about are the things that are already here. He lays at me with a mock snarl. Seriously, Smurf? Smurf? Try that again. Seriously, Murph? If you're not the worst threat here, then this is the safest place on Earth. So come on, what are you waiting for, you stupid prick? Come wait till it's hide, you stupid prick. I followed the cat into the forest. The ground is wet and muddy, and I lose my footing a couple of times. But McMurphy is determined to notice. Suddenly, he stops dead in his tracks. Here we are, then.
Can I just quickly point something out that I found while researching this game?
Oh.
Eurogamer, its opening line is incredibly sweet and beautifully written. What?
Then again, I am fucking up every word under the sun.
I mean, yeah, but...
He ignores my question and starts digging into some mud and leaves on the ground.
I'll be back in a minute, it's gonna go get a drink.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Keep going!
Almost got it. Could use a hand if you don't mind. Get these leaves out of the way. That's it. There we are. Okay. We keep digging until there's a fairly deep hole in the ground. My arms and night clothes are covered in mud and leaves, and McMurphy looks like a bog monster in the darkness. Ta-da! Ta-da! Can't you see it, you stupid bastard? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Ah, I always forgot how useless human eyes are in the dark. Just reach deep in my hole and take whatever you can find. That's right. Digging right in there, you dirty prick. I reluctantly reach out into the mirror and feel something hard and cold against my hand.
Oh God, I heard that.
Welcome back. I
heard that last bit.
I wrap my fingers around it and pull it out. I know the shape, but my eyes can hardly progress it.
Oh no. Oh.
It's a bottle. That's right, it's my secret stash. No one knows about it. Not a soul. But I thought I'd share it with you. Thought we'd have a bit of a welcome to the
How
island
many
party
innuendos are in this game?
Secret stash? Is that booze? McMurphy lets out a wild laugh. That it is! Can you tell I'm Irish? Irish like booze. This isn't a stereotype at all. You drink alcohol, but you're a cat. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 in this situation. It's not for the idea of the bodies, but it does wonders to the soul. Well, I suppose you're right there. One little nip couldn't hurt. That's the spirit, you soft prick. I try in vain to get some of the mud off me before giving up and sitting down against a tree. A sodden McMurphy curls up in my lap. It takes a while to uncork the bottle. McMurphy keeps telling me to smash it open, and that, quote, the shards of glass will only add to the flavour. But eventually I succeed my way. I pour a little out for McMurphy into a leaf, and I self-consciously swig from the bottle, feeling a touch uncivilized. Yeah! What the fuck is this? No, don't worry about it. It's Colin McGregor's shite whiskey.
Am I about to...
I hardly think the type of person would usually hang around with that stuff. Well, I usually hang around with cats, and they're not exactly what we call my type. I respond by widening my eyes and taking another swig from the bottle. Somehow it tastes less terrible than the second time around. I find humans much more interesting. They usually have a lot to say. Present company expected. McMurphy winks at me with his huge green eyes, and I blush, trying desperately not to show how boring I feel compared to him. Don't take it harsh, I'm only fucking joking, you stupid prick. McMurphy, I've been meaning to ask you something for a while. Anything, ask away. I'd love for us to get to know each other a little better. This Cara thing. You know my name is... You know, the rest of the sentence is drowned out by laughter. It makes me laugh, Cara. Yeah, I really do. I know exactly what your fucking name is. It's Chloe. I knew that. It's just a pet. It's like a pet thing, you know. Cara means friend, buddy, amigo, you know, that type of shit. But it's usually my mum used to call people. And I guess it just stuck out. It's one of the few things I remember about her, actually. That and a smile. A beautiful smile. Hey, flash me your pearly whites. I smile at McMurphy, awkwardly. He bursts into a fit of laughter once again. That's a lovely smile, to be sure, but you need to grow into it, yeah. Could I have a top up over here? McMurphy is now pissed. I don't know if I feel comfortable giving you much alcohol, McMurphy. I think there's more and nothing. In fact, I don't even want to give you any more in the first place. Don't you know that cats have 9 lives? And you want to waste them on booze? Oh, why not? Besides, tonight's still young and we've only just begun our conversation. Come on, Cara. We'll be a lot of chin wagging to do yet. Are you going to pour me a fucking drink or not? Do I give McMurphy more booze?
Always give him a booze. You will get him drunk.
Part of me thinks I ought to be a responsible human out here and cut your alcohol supply, but...
Fuck it.
I believe in true democracy. Would you care to expand on that? And perhaps pour the drinks as you do so?
Let's get wasted.
The true democratic principle that none shall have power over the people. Cats, whatever. How inspirational. Let's toast. Alright, McMurphy. Put on your head it be. For with the rejection of authority comes the responsibility of bearing the consequences of your action. I pour some more of suspect liquor into McMurphy's soaky leaf. Salante! I don't know how things work in the world. I don't know how things work in cat protocol, but in human terms, you are very mature. No, wait, very grown up. Adult. Oh, fiddlesticks! You're over a certain age, and as such, you can take responsibility for your own choices. I like that. Spoken like a true libertine. Well, I wouldn't go that far. but I can shake my tail when I feel the vibe. I can't believe what I just said. This stuff is stronger than it looks. My hat's off to you. I feel pleased that Murph has paid me a compliment. Say, you ever been in love? Benny, help. I'm being flirted by a cat.
Look at his picture.
My second leaf has gone straight to your head. The cat smiles slyly.
You have to fuck one of these cats. Do you want to fuck this cat?
Look, it was this or the posh prick.
Does the posh prick have money?
Ah, I'm going to take that as a yes. Are you still with them? Well, I was never technically with them to begin with. Well, that's definitely their loss, isn't it?
Well, bend over, ass.
I don't think so, McMurphy. We never actually met. Ah. So you're not saying you're one of those internet stalker types, are we? Them catfish that Kibbles tells tales about. No, McMurphy. I was in love with David Bowie, okay? I mean, who fucking isn't?
I was gonna say, everyone's in love with David Bowie.
McMurphy frowns and shakes his furry head. See the green, the fucking hell. See these eyes so green, I stare for 1,000 years. You know? Ah, that's a charming song, but I'm afraid I have no idea what's going on anymore. Neither do fucking I, McMurphy. Oh, come on, McMurphy. Everyone knows who David Bowie is. Red hair, lots of makeup, one blue eye, one brown eye. Well, I did know one sweet soul of a blue eye and with one blue eye and brown eye, but I can assure you, they won't be caught dead in makeup. McMurphy snorts. Well, what about you, McMurphy? Who's the love of your life? Don't have one, Carter. Never have, never will. I'm a lone wolf, free agent. I'm a big old yeti out in the mountains. Oh, hairy and smelly.
Rejected. You've been rejected, son.
For some reason, I find that very hard to believe, Mr. McNulty.
Oh, this game.
Fine, you're right. I'm a fool. Lovesick fool. I've had my heart broken more than once, Cara, and each time hurt more than the last, I tell you. The thing is though, Cara, I can't remember a thing about any of them. Any of what? I don't know. What are we talking about? Is it Bowie? Ah, that's right. So tell me, how did you two meet? McMurphy! I'm drunk! What the hell have we been drinking? Ah, leave me alone. I haven't touched a drop. I think I'm gonna... I wake up in the forest with a half-empty bottle in my hand, and McMurphy's nowhere to be seen. How the hell did I get here? I can't remember a thing. I look at my catalogue. Whoa, is that a bit of the time? Crikey, I need to get to work. I just got pissed with a cat.
Yes, you did. You got him drunk. You're a very irresponsible person.
How have I only done 79 minutes?
Why are you still doing this?
I don't know. Benny, save me!
Would you like to do something else?
Please, what?
There's Overwatch, there's Uno.
Can you find 2 other people to do an Uno with?
We have, well, put it this way, Tim's online, Cez is online, Lynn's online, fucking Paul's online.
Oh, I've hit rest and now I've got to do more storylines. I stay in a position Professor Paul taught me. Legs crossed, back straight, wrists resting lightly
No.
on my knees and fingers formed into loose circles with forefinger and thumb touching gently. I am in fact Zenyatta.
Wait, what?
I close my eyes and hear a rhythmic purring, slow and steady. My fur prickles at the sea breeze, and my ears twist at the distant sound of feet on wood and seagulls crying in another faraway place. The smell of the sea fills my nostril. I clearly saw what you just put there. The taste of salt fills my mouth. I begin to focus on my breathing and the rhythm of my heartbeat, allowing my mind to drift. As I take a deep breath in, the tide comes creeping towards me, as though I'm pulling it when it's just centimeters
We know
away.
it is.
When it's just centimeters away from me, I slowly release my breath on a count of 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. With each beat, I push the tide back into the horizon until it's almost touching the rising sun. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 2, 3, 4. Drifting now, without attention to thought, my mind free from worry of care.
Alright, Sensei, calm down.
Oh, fucking sweet Jesus.
Are we going to call it?
Alright, we're gonna be back in 5 minutes with Uno, fuck me.
You did this for so long. This game is fucking awful.
This is on Humble Bundle this month. It's £7 on Steam.
Buy it.
We
Everyone buy it just for lols.
will return with part 2 probably tomorrow. Maybe. Help! Until then, we'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm gonna fuck McMurphy.